Hello, love. Today, I'm very excited for the video that I have prepared. It is probably the one that I'm most excited about out of everything that I have written down to do. It is just me talking for a long time about all of the pop figures that I have. I have a lot of them, so this is probably going to take a while, once it doesn't take as long as I think it will. But I've got a lot of ideas written down for future videos to do, but this is probably the one I'm most excited about. And I've been requested to do longer videos, so hopefully this takes a while. We'll see. So first off, this is the one that I've gotten most recently. It is, I'm gonna hope I pronounce the name correctly, Fennec Sean from Star Wars. She's in The Mandalorian, and to my understanding, she's in the Book of Boba Fett. I have yet to get around to watching that. She plays a much larger part in that, so I'm told. So I'm excited to get to see more of her, because she was probably my favorite character from The Mandalorian. I just think she's cool. I don't really have much to say about her. This one I just thought was fun to have. It's the Morton Salt girl. There's not much story behind her besides, like, she's so cute. Look at her. Yeah, that's it. She's just cute. That's all I have to say about her. This is Lightning from Black Lightning. I haven't seen too many of the, like, CW DC shows, but I did watch all of Black Lightning, and I loved her character. She went through probably a lot more character development than most of the cast did, and I thought she was very, very interesting. Also a fan of, I grew up on Disney Channel, so I was a fan of, China and McClane already. So seeing her in this was also very cool. I like this. So next up we have Agent M from Men in Black International. I have seen all of the Men in Black movies. I've watched, the original trilogy, and then I've seen International. Now, my main draw for International was the fact that Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth were playing the main two in the movie, and they're both very attractive individuals. So then I watched the movie, and I enjoyed it anyway, regardless of how I felt about them. But so Agent M, and of course, if I have Agent M, I gotta have Agent H. It's essential. Yeah. Hemsworth is my favorite Chris, by the way. I do not have a Thor or Valkyrie pop figure. I should get one, though. I want a Valkyrie one. I do like Valkyrie. Probably won't get a Thor one, but, This one's interesting. So, this one's Huntress from Birds of Prey. Now, I got this before I watched the Birds of Prey movie, which I think was my first mistake. So I did like the movie. I thought it was a good movie. I really liked the movie. But the thing with Huntress was that I'm a fan of her character in other things, but like her portrayal in the movie, I wasn't a huge fan of. It's like normally she's cooler. She seemed kind of like a nerd. Like, yeah, she was capable. She was really cool when she was like fighting, but like her personality was like, it seemed like she kind of was still like a young teenager, you know? Like the way she interacted with people. In a way, I don't know. She just seemed a little, it just, I don't know, it seemed a little weird. I think it was probably in some scenes to seem funny, and I probably laughed. I don't know. I don't remember. Watching back, I probably would laugh because it was probably meant to be funny, but I don't remember. I just remember being a little disappointed in their characterization. Okay, this is Darla from Shazam. I really liked the Shazam movie. I got this for no other reason than I thought that the lady that played the Shazam version was pretty. I thought she was pretty, and that's it. Yeah. Judging based off of what you've seen so far, this makes it look like I'm a DC fan. I am a comic fan. That'll be fairly established through the rest of what I have. But I am just an overall comic fan, so I don't say I have any favorite comics, whether that's Marvel, DC, whatever else. There's one other there's a Dark Horse comic thing in here. And if you know about what popular Dark Horse stuff there is, you'll know exactly what it's from. So it's just a guess of which one is it. You'll find out because it's like way down the road. I have a Pichu. I'm a big fan of Pokemon. Probably my favorite thing is Pokemon over anything else. I have so much merchandise. There's like a whole shelf over there dedicated to Pokemon stuff, and I would do a video on that, but that's so many tiny objects that I don't want to try to deal with. I might do something related to it, but like that's gonna be a lot to try to figure out. But I got Pichu just because he's cute. Oh, they've got a Vulpix. I might have to go get a Vulpix one. That'll be essential to my health to go get a Vulpix. Should move these around. Alright, Rattata. He's just iconic. That's pretty much it. Yeah. The only pop figures they have are for like Gen 1 Pokemon. So like, you know, they've got like this list back here. That's a few of them. And they have like the starters. So, you know, I just like him. He's a cute little guy. Rattata. My Rattatas, in the top percentage of Rattatas. Here we go. Here's a Marvel character. Here's Shuri from Black Panther. I am a sucker for intelligent characters. So seeing her on screen be the smartest person in the room, I love it. I started to read her comics that they made for her, but then the subscription service was costing me more than I could afford, so I did not get to finish. Reading any of that. I did not get very far either. I got to the point where she astral projected herself into space by accident. And then it kind of stopped there. This is probably one of my favorites that I have, but this is Arachnite, which is just, you know, it's like they had like these fusion ideas. They've got a few of these back here. Ghost Panther, Soldier Supreme. But I had to get this one because I like Spider-Man. I'm a big fan of like just all the Spider-Man stuff. Not like super into like Peter Parker. I have a shirt for like Spider-Gwen, but like Spider-Man stuff, I like just all that. And then huge Moon Knight. I got this like way before we even got like a trailer for the show. I had mentioned to my friend like years ago, I really want a Moon Knight like movie. This is before we even knew that they were making shows. We didn't know that they were going to make Disney Plus shows. I said I really want to have a Moon Knight movie. And then later on it got announced that they were making a show. And since then I've had like magic powers to guess characters. I've guessed Blue Beetle. Yeah, we'll get to that. But I've guessed Blue Beetle. That was gonna happen. I guessed I'm trying to remember. Werewolf by Night. Supposedly we're getting that soon. I mentioned like a long time ago that I wanted something with the Howling Commandos, which it's looking like they're going to go in the direction of Midnight Suns, which is almost the same thing. So there's going to be some comic fans like, no, they're not the same thing. It's like, yeah, like half the members are the same. It's not that big of a deal. You know, you've got Shelling. I don't think I butchered her name. Shelling. I should just stop. But I watched ShangChi once and loved her character. She was very cool, swinging this thing around in ways that I never could. That movie was so much fun to watch. Just watching everyone be cool, and I'm a sucker for cool magic-based combat. So watching people toss around all of these things and use whatever, I honestly didn't even know what was going on half the time, but it was cool. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. Someone's gonna get mad at me that I have the opinion that Marvel has actually had good stuff since Phase 3 ended. I've enjoyed most of what Phase 4 has put out. I've sat there and been like, yep, I'm having a good time. Because I'm a real comic book fan, and I enjoy comic book stuff. Blue Beetle, I mentioned earlier, I guess like 2 seconds ago, that I predicted this. I mentioned a long time ago that I really wanted a Blue Beetle movie because he is one of my favorite DC characters. I'd put him in like a top 5. This one is specifically it's like a Day of the Dead edition. I was gonna say it in Spanish, but I already messed up saying the other name. I don't want to try to. I know I can do it. Just What if I don't this time? But yeah, big Blue Beetle fan. I just like his character. Everything that the Blue Beetles can do. Well, the Beetles, there's a lot of Beetles. There's red, green, several other colors. I like just that, like, it works with, like, your own, like, physiology. So, like the green beetle is a Martian, and the suit works with, like, his Martian physiology, and that's really cool. Which there aren't too many perks to, you know, having a human wear it, but, you know, he's still really cool. He makes it work. He makes it work. I have King Dice. I think this is probably the first pop figure that I bought. Probably this one. Should be this one. I think so. Yeah, that sounds about right. I got it because I went and bought just a bunch of Cuphead merchandise. I have this blue beanie that has Mugman's face on it, and it says Wallop. So I went and I bought that and this King Dice figure at the same time, just because I was getting into Cuphead. I was excited to have the stuff. So yeah. This one's even, like, slightly more worn. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's still in pretty good condition. I say pretty good. This is still in great condition. Just, you can tell I've had it a bit longer than some of these other ones. Here we go. Here's that Dark Horse character that I foreshadowed earlier. It's 5 from Umbrella Academy. I would say he's my favorite character from the show, or at least he was at the time. I think now it's probably Lila, but I have not seen a Lila pop figure. I got this before season 2 even came out, so Lila didn't exist yet, but now she does, and I have yet to see a figure that has her. But this kind of goes back to the smart characters thing. He's almost always, like, the smartest one in the room. He usually is, but I think there's a couple times there are things where someone says something that's, like, something he hadn't considered. But he's usually, like, the one that knows everything. He knows what's going on and knows what to do. So it's very, very cool. Very cool. Big fan. The way they show his teleporting is so much cooler than anything else that I see teleporting, because there's, like, no repercussions to the teleporting. So, like, with other things, with, like, characters that are like, we can teleport there, and they're like, whoa, or whatever. He just goes there, and then he's there, and he's able to immediately do whatever the thing is that he's doing. And the fight sequences with him teleporting are so cool. They're so much fun to watch. I thoroughly enjoy watching him on screen, no matter what he's doing. So he like, always holds my attention. Here we have a Venomized Rocket. I got this at some sort of event Universal Studios was having, where they are like, we have all this merchandise that, it's like, it's here, it's on sale, we couldn't sell it, so here, have it now. I've literally never seen this in the store. So, I don't know, but I found it. They had a ton of these, and no one was buying them, so I was like, I will buy one. I thought about buying a bunch and just giving them out to my friends, because no one was buying them, no one was interested. I think that might just be a general popularity thing. I think a lot of people just aren't super into Rocket, and then just the idea of him being venomized, people are like, what does that mean? Just, you know, but like, Rocket's one of my favorite characters, though. He's one of my favorite Marvel characters. I love him so much. And James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, has stated that in the third movie they expand a lot more on his character, which I am excited about. They're going to be going way more into him and his story, which is both a good and a bad thing because I am probably going to cry. Yeah. I love the little guy. We have Joey Wheeler. I made a slight reference to him earlier when I was talking about the Rattata. That's a lot of dust. Okay. I did the top percentage thing, but like, now I'm thinking about it. Did he ever say that in the show? Because I know there's a lot of memes about him where he's like, top percentage. But like, I don't remember if he ever actually said that in the show. I mean, I'm like super into Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched, I watched the original show. I think I've seen all of it. I've at least seen most of it. I watched all of GX. Sort of. I know there's like another Forbidden season 4 that I didn't watch. I think it existed, it just didn't get localized because I think it was considered to be too dark because I think Jaden got like, he got sad. He got the big sad. He started to give up on dueling. He's like, what's the point? I always win. But like, they made it sad. They made him sad. And no one, and like, I don't know, they just didn't bring it over here, so I didn't watch it. I've not watched much of the other series. I think I've seen 10 episodes max of like 5D, Zexal, and Arc V. There's one after Arc V, and I don't even know what it is. I think Vrains was next. I haven't seen any of that. Then I think they're currently doing Sevens, or whatever that is. And I don't think I've seen that. No, I know I haven't seen that at all. I don't even know if that's come out yet. It probably has, but I don't know. I used to play Duel Links a lot. I played a lot of Duel Links. I got pretty decent at it. I think I got up to gold in ranked. But the thing is, I never liked to use the meta decks. I like to use the fun decks like Ojamas and just make people miserable. Ojamas were in that situation of like, they were good enough where it was to the point where it's like, it's not like I could go into a match and be like, I'm gonna win, but it was enough that it was annoying, which I thought was funny. Like, no one ever wanted to go into a battle against Ojamas. It's not too difficult to defeat, but you didn't want to fight an Ojama deck. Where did this come from? I had these like in specific stacks. Oh, this is, okay, gotcha. Right there. Okay. I have Stranger Things. This is Robin. Robin is the precious baby of the show. I love her so much. Introduced her in season 3, and I immediately became obsessed with the character. If they, she's the number one character of if they kill her off in season 5, I will cry. It'll be a very sad day for me. I just think that, like, I don't know, she needs to be protected. That's it. I don't have much else to say. she was soft. She didn't know what she was getting herself into, and she stuck through it, and she decided to continue helping. You know, she just wanted a job and a girlfriend. She just, you know, she just wanted to be happy. But, you know, it was the 80s. Back then, you could only have job, no girlfriend. Now you can have girlfriend, but no job. Anyway, I have Light Fury. Now, I like the movies to a certain extent. So the third movie, I wasn't like super into it. I thought it was relatively boring, but I liked the Light Fury a lot. This one was actually given to me by a friend once, who just randomly bought it, was somewhere, and she's like, I have $10, I'll just buy this. She's like, I'll just buy this for Anna, it'll be fun. So, yeah, so now I have this. It is one of my favorites that I own. I want to buy one of the nightlight plushes. The nightlights were like the kids that like the two of them had. They had kids. Those are like the nightlights, and they're so cute. They're adorable. Love them. And I want one. We have Weishni. Ruby is probably one of my favorite shows. I would put it in a top 5 of favorite shows. Weiss is my favorite character from the show. I enjoy seeing her on screen. There's a certain amount of like the breaking away from expectations type thing that I just relate to. So I've, I see a lot of myself in her. Not like the rich people thing. I cannot relate to the rich people thing. But just most of everything else about her character I really like. And she's got like some of the best outfits. I really want to get the rest of the cast. I have another one. I have another one of the 4 on here. And I want to get the other 2 so that I can complete it. I have Calamaria here. I think I talked about in another video, somewhere along the lines, that Calamaria holds kind of a special place in my heart because when I initially played through the game, I beat her first try, and that was a really cool thing for me to do. I was very proud of myself. So I have this. I think you've already seen the shirt, which is why I talked about it before. I just like the character. She's adorable. Very, very cute design. And just, yeah, very cool. Like her. We have, ooh, this one's heavy, Jesus. Okay, this is Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. I got this because I was in a performance of the musical. And my mom, thinking it would be funny, normally people get flowers after their performance. She's like, I got you a plant. It was funny. This is what I would much rather have this than like flowers. I enjoy this a lot more. She knew that I was starting a collection of pop figures, because at the time I had which one was it? It was the King Dice, and I had one more. She knew that I was starting to collect these, And that was like 2.5 years ago. So she got me this. So this was my third one. I remember my first three. Don't ask me the order of any of the other ones, because I don't know. I don't know. Because for a very long time, it was just the three. I only had like the three of them. So, yeah. Oh yeah, the part that I played for the first act of the musical, I played Wino #1. And it was pretty much just performing the first 2 songs of the musical, and then they had me lay on this like musty mattress. And they said, stay there for a while, at some point, walk off during a scene. They said I was allowed to do whatever, but during a song, don't move. But during a scene, during one of the scenes, just walk away. So at one point I took a nap, because I was allowed to. But, you know, there was also a blanket on there that was super musty, but I did not put that on because it smelled bad. And then in the second act, I played a character named Mrs. Loose. There's this song where Seymour is getting offered like different things, like a TV show or like a segment on like a news thing. What did I offer him? I don't remember. I don't remember my words, at least not right now, because now I'm under pressure to remember. But I offered him something, and originally there's a guy who he goes back and forth, and he comes out as like a new person. The guy that like plays Orin, I think, comes in as like 3 different people and like offers him stuff, and it's supposed to just be a bit of like, oh look, he's back, but he's like different people. But we couldn't do that fast enough, so initially I think I was supposed to play all 3 of them, but we couldn't do it fast enough, so I've only played one of them. They just particularly liked my performance of Mrs. Loose, and so like they would have had me like switch into another one, but like she was like in the middle, so I only ended up doing one. So yeah, it was fun. I don't think I would do a musical again. I've never done a musical before. That's my one and only thing that I've done, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. I memorized pretty much the whole musical at one point, though. Not so much the dialogue, but I memorized all the music, because I got like super obsessed with it. It was like my hyperfixation for a few months, where it was like the only thing I cared about. I cared about it like way more than anyone else cared about the musical. I knew like all the words. Here we go. Here's that other Ruby character that I mentioned I had. Blake. This is the second pop figure I got, because this was given to me as a Christmas gift. Or was it a birthday gift? My birthday's very, very close to Christmas, so I don't remember. It could be either one. It was one of the two. But yeah, so I got this one as a gift because my sister thought Blake was my favorite character, because she was like, oh, she likes cat girls. And I'm like, yes, sure, all right. I don't know where she gathered that information, but okay. But now I would say Blake is probably one of my favorite characters now, just because of like, I've been given this, so now she just is, you know, it's been willed into existence. And a lot more of the shows come out since then, so I've just been more invested in her character. I've also just gotten older. Like, I've been watching this show for years and years, and I've just gotten older as a person. So, like, taste changes. I was never, like, super into her. But then, but as I've gotten older, yeah. I got, Black Widow. Now, this came out, like, a very long time before the movie actually came out. And that was because it came out at around a similar time that the movie was supposed to come out. But then that didn't happen. We know why that didn't happen. So the movie came out, I was delightfully surprised that the movie was a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be alright, but I really liked it. I walked out of that movie thinking I could go watch this again tomorrow. I know a lot of people have their opinions, and I disagree. I know people who complained about the CGI, but the CGI wasn't bad. You just think it is. Admittedly, the one scene that people talk about is a little weird, but I wouldn't say it was bad CGI. Yeah, he wasn't bad. People just like to over-exaggerate. I honestly think that a lot of people are just fans of Captain America and Iron Man, which is fair. You can be fans of those characters and say, I don't want to watch any of these other movies, but, like, admit that to yourself and just say, I just want to watch Iron Man movies. I just want to watch the movies with Iron Man in it. You don't have to talk trash on the rest of the movies. They may not be characters that you like, but just say they aren't characters you're interested in watching. I've seen a lot of stuff where people say, I only care about the original 6. That's not true, because you guys sat there and trashed Black Widow and Hawkeye for being the same quality as the rest of the movies. The writing did not get worse. I don't think that the whole quantity over quality thing exists. Because if you recall, they put out, it was like they put out Endgame, and then almost immediately after Spider-Man came out. Like, they were already pumping out movies constantly. The only thing that they've added is they added shows. But I think it's important to note that the department that makes the shows is a very different department. It's not like Marvel is sitting there like, we're going to make all this stuff. It is several different studios under Disney are making these. So, like, you have, so Disney Plus has several branches under them that make the original shows. And you have a whole bunch of those that are in charge of making the Marvel shows. Completely new studios that are getting their hands on these. So, it's not like the whole, like, quantity over quality thing necessarily, like, that argument doesn't necessarily work. Yeah, we're getting more stuff, but we also have way more studios working on shows. So if you think the shows are bad, then you probably, you're probably blinded by nostalgia, because it's about the same quality as the movies that we've always been getting. Admittedly, yeah, Infinity War and Endgame were a lot better than most of the other things were that we had. But we can't keep comparing movies to those, because those were very special movies that were, for one thing, extra long and had extra plot going on. A whole lot of stuff went into those movies. We can't compare everything to those. I should stop talking about Marvel. I feel like I'm saying positive things. I'm saying good things, talking good, but like, I feel like people are going to get upset. So I'm just going to move on. This is the last one I have, which means that we're about done. I have, it's a crossover between Sanrio and My Hero. This is My Melody Ochiko. I have not seen My Hero, but I'm a big Sanrio fan, particularly Melody. You can see I have her shirt. Well, a shirt that has her on it. I've got Melody here. I have a plush of Melody over there. as well as a plush for Botsmaru and Kitty. Yep, that's it. They're cute characters. I like them. I'm waiting for Universal to sell, like, Kuromi or something. Because they sell, like, those three that I just listed, they sell, I think they sell Purin and Kurobi. But they don't, but like, oh yeah, they also have Gudetama. But they don't have, Kuromi. And I want Kuromi. Well, that ends it. I was hoping that I could make this extra long, and I did manage to make it long. I'm happy with how long this has been. So, that wraps things up. Thank you for watching if you've made it this long. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk endlessly about all of my interests. There's definitely some stuff that I didn't talk about that I'm interested in, like probably my favorite show of all time is Doom Patrol, but they don't really have pop figures for that because the show is not like super popular. But that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in another video. Bye.